good, my people, my peeps? I need y'all to get in the room. It's been a minute. It's been a long time since I did a live with you guys. It seems like anyway. So I have the title written down. We're headed to the park really quick. Chill out. It's a beautiful day. Yes, indeed. So we're headed to the park, and I'm gonna go out here, sit down, and get some of this vitamin D, and have a discussion with you guys. I want to talk about 2030, the year 2030. Why is it a big push for the year 2030 amongst your government? We're going to have a discussion. Is it the end of the world? And then also we're going to talk about just, I have wrote some things down. So, howdy. Howdy. We can go to the park and just have a discussion. Howdy, how you doing? I can't see with these dark glasses on. This is where it's at. Oh, I've seen some of your comments. Let me put that up there. I've seen some of your comments. Thanks for coming through to the page. This is where it's at. I like that. So let me turn off the car. So hold on, guys. The audio. Let me put y'all on this stick real quick. Hold on. And then we're gonna walk out to the park. I bought me something to eat. Should I take it? Do a small mukbang out here too. Cause I don't know how long I'm gonna talk. I don't know. It might not be that long because my battery might run low. Let me put this in this bag real quick. I'm hungry. Sorry if I got y'all waving around. Take my notes. Take my notes. I'm going to talk to you all today. Hold on. I seen your comment. Hold on. I'll read it. Let me get out this car really quick. Let me see what you're saying. Agenda 2030. Yes, indeed. They're going to lock. Wait a minute. I got to sit down. Look like lock yourself or something. Let me find me a spot. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. I'm walking by y'all. Just hold on. Like a little baby. Lock the door. Let's go find us a spot. Maybe I should have started the live when I got to an area. But y'all know how I do. I'll pop something on in a minute. And I haven't talked to you guys, so I wanted to really get into a conversation and see what you all think about 20. Maybe I shouldn't come outside with this wind. What you all think about 2030? What you think is going to happen? Then I have some other topics that have been making the news. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. So I might be all over the place, but I wrote it down so I can try to kind of, hey, I see you down there. So I can kind of stay on track. But I just have a lot to talk about with you all. I think I want to sit over here. So y'all just hold tight. Oh, there's some pretty ducks out here. And let me know if the wind starts to bother the live stream. Get situated. Okay? Wait a minute. Which way is best? This way. That light? I had to come outside because with all the chemtrails they've been spraying lately, honey, Texas has never looked like this. Never. So it's April and it's been cold. Sorry about that, y'all. It's April and it's been cold still, so it's a beautiful day. So I came outside and we're gonna talk about, some things. So let me take out these real quick and then I'm gonna read these comments. I didn't even bring my little stick. Okay. Agenda 2030, they're gonna lock us all down. Yeah. And enjoy their and enjoy your content. You enjoy my content? Are they gonna lock us all down and then they're just gonna enjoy our content? I don't know. But that definitely is one of the plans. But guys, I hope I probably won't be able to read y'all. Let me put some up here, and then because I gotta put the shades back on, it's too bright facing this way. Is that Mystic? I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be on the diet, but appreciate them giggles. Appreciate them. They running out of time. That's what's up. Why is there a push? If you don't know what I'm talking about, 2030, your government, not just your government, not just well, let me say our government, if you're located in the United States of America, they have a time clock for a push for 2030, okay? So, but it's not just America. Quiet as it's kept with all the commotion that's going on, it's the world government, okay? Like they want to come about, although they're playing the roles right now, right? Because they want that one world order, to come about. And so why is the push for 2030? And I'm going to give you my opinion. That is so pretty in the sky, but it might be a chemtrail. Look like a doggone what is those birds that come out the fire? Phoenix. That thing looks like a phoenix. That's so pretty. That's ironic that I'm talking about this, isn't it? Because they like to use the phoenix as one of their metaphors when they explain stuff too. The phoenix rising, order out of chaos. Let me see. I didn't even read this before I put it up here. Let me see this. The New World Order's been here. A form of the New World Order has been here. A form of it, not the complete mission that they have planned for over 50 and 60 years, but a form of the New World Order has definitely been here because that's why you are a targeted individual. If you are a targeted individual or a chosen one that is targeted, they're going to let everybody know officially. Yes. Oh, see, I have a whole list of why things are starting to ramp up and you're starting to see more and more information being revealed. So we're going to get into that as well. Laugh out loud. The population agenda. So real. Yeah, now that's part of it. That is why now people who have been asleep are realizing that there has always been a population agenda, although when it was more focused on the Israelite community, formerly known as the blacks in America or the African Americans, when that population agenda was dedicated to their sectors, if you will, there was no commotion. But now that you see on certain broadcast news, mainstream media, all of the chemical spills, and people are talking about the chemtrails. When people of my clan, I'm going to call y'all my clan, because if you've been awoke or if you had some form of awareness, you've been noticing, you knew about chemtrails and different things of that nature. And when you try to tell people before all this started to come out, people called you a conspiracy theorist, right? But now people who were so heavily asleep, and I don't want to bash them, because we were asleep at different periods in our life, but a lot of us, our vibration didn't have us in a slumber, okay? We still were aware of what was going on in this world. But those people that were in a slumber, they're waking up and they're losing their mind because they're realizing this is an attack, and everybody's like, oh, it's a war, it's a war, it's been a war. And you know how I feel about that. It's been a war on many aspects of what's going on in the world right now. So I'm gonna pop these up here. Not gonna read them. I'm just letting everybody else be able to read them, so I won't get off track. Okay. So all right. So I wanted to start with uh, the year 2030 and what is the reasoning for the government. Why is that one of their goals to meet uh, everything that they need to have done in 2030? You know, I've seen some people put like, who was that? Oh, the sun's going down. Okay, I can see a little bit. This is where it's at. He had mentioned, or she, I don't know, if it's a he or she, mentioned that you know, they have to get us all locked down, just like that cartoon illustration that I dropped the other day. If you got a chance to peep that out, that is after the reset. Okay, so we know that there is a reset upon us right now, and it's closer than most people realize. And this is the financial part of the reset that is taking effect right now. Um, I was literally blown away just by having conversations with everyday people, you know, just people, because I literally do still love people, all people. Okay, I still conversate with people, even if they're NPC. You know, I don't know they're NPC until they open their mouth. I don't know if they're a background actor, you know, because we know about those background actors that are just around us. As soon as we enter into a room or a building, you know, it's like you a superstar because you are, and you have all these background actors, and until you have a conversation and they open their mouth, you can tell they're NPC, a background actor. You can tell that they're on a loop because they'll constantly repeat themselves. They're constantly they really don't have any meat or any substance to what they're saying. You know, it's all about the entertainment of who's playing what game tonight, or and there's nothing wrong with that at particular times, but they can't go deeper. You know, they can't give you any depth in a conversation. This is a way that you can tell that you're actually talking to an NPC. Somebody, you may think that they're stuck, and they actually are. Or they just have no spirit, or well, they have a spirit, but it's not of the Most High. Or soul, definitely not a soul. They're just there to support you as the main character, right? So I digress saying all that, but I love talking to people, and I have talked to different people, and I've asked them about, you know, what are you going to do? Are you happy? I mean, how do you feel about this digital currency that is getting ready to, you know, be upon us? You know, do you want to use it? Um, I literally have had people say, "What are you talking about?" So I don't instantly want to call them or think in my mind, okay, this must be a non-player character standing right in front of me. Um, I don't want to think that right off the rip, right? And so I'm like, yeah, the digital currency, you know, the money is all going to go to being digital. And they're like, oh, I've heard of it. That's not going to happen for my gosh, so many years. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me ask them more questions. Let me get more in depth because I don't know, you know, that might not be an interest of them keeping up with the economy and things of that nature. So I asked, well, this was like when the bank started crashing, right? And I asked, oh gosh, how this flipping around? We don't. Let me see. Can I put this up like this? Y'all don't look at this forehead because that's all them brains in there, baby. Let me see how I'm popping off over here. Okay, so I asked, how do they feel about the banks crashing? You know, Silicon and then the rest, and more to come. And they were like, well, I think it was just one bank. It has been very confusing for them, and you can see the confusion in their eyes. When I'm talking about these things, I'm like, wow. I'm like, these people are truly lost and trapped in this matrix that we know is the world, right? And they are really going about their day trying to, act like there's some form of a normalcy to what's going on, but truly lost. Okay, so I'm like, okay, they don't know that there's an agenda, and there's been an agenda, but they're not seeing that these people are fast tracking because their time is running out, right? Um, their time is definitely running out, and I brought up 2030 because that is one of the markers of their time running out. You see, you hear people talking about hello. You hear people talking about the smart cities, which we know as those camps, those special camps. They're going to tell you they're so smart, and they've gotten you. They've helped to assimilate you to the fact of everything being so smart by the fact of us using these smart devices. Hell, the smart devices have made us dumber. You know, hell, I was a bad speller from the gate. Give me a smartphone now. Everybody just spelling stuff and looking up stuff and typing stuff or asking the phone. Now you got what is it? Chat GPT can write whole scripts. I mean, can start businesses for you. Can do all of this AI, all of this artificial intelligence. That is really part of their plan, which I want to get into. They know their time is up. They know that they needed to get you assimilated to using all of these devices and like our credit cards and our debit cards. It was like getting you from cash, slowly transitioning you to well, let's start back. Let's say transitioning from the real money, right, the gold and the silver, to paper money, to credit card, plastic money, checks. Right? Well, let's go checks, writing out checks, and then credit cards, the plastic, and then now you Apple Pay and all of this other stuff. It's a slow transitioning to get them to their mark, right? Ooh, that was good. To their mark, which we know if you are anyone who believes in a in a higher power known as the Most High God, it was foretold that there is going to be a time in your life, or you might not make it to that century, but we are in this era, okay? That the government will try to make a one world order, and that everyone, rich or poor, indentured, a slave or not, and let me put it on let me make it plain. We all are and have been slaves, and we did not know it. Okay, as far as your birth certificate and all of that, your social security card and all that, they made money off. I mean, this has been a hustle, man. If you just think about how these people have truly played us all, it's mind-boggling. It's totally mind-boggling how they played us all, and they have gotten rich, and they plan to get uh, they have gotten wealthy. Okay, not rich. Oh, look at my bluebird. Rich. Hey, bluebird. Oh my goodness, that is bluebirds never come out here, y'all. Um, I wonder if I could. I'm not gonna switch it around. I'm not gonna switch it around. If it flies over here, I will. They played us off. Okay, but some of us have gotten played severely, and when I say that, that's because of the curses and things of that nature. But that bluebird got my attention. But I want to say they're pushing us to the mark of the beast, us to take, you have no other decision but to take this device in your hand or in your forehead to pay your bills. Your Apple Pay is no longer going to be one of your options. Checking, your debit cards are no longer going to be an option. Absolutely not. You to make any moves in this world, and I'm saying world. You're hearing it about the United States crashing right now because it's their time. This is the ball going to the end. But I'm saying is it they know that it's their time. Do they know that it is their time? And obviously they do. That's why they're pushing for 2030. Now they have to crash the economy. They have to crash the dollar because the dollar is false, right? The dollar it has no grounds to stand on. And so when they implement this crash and they implement this mark, this form of currency, which actually will be used, right? And has always been used. And I don't want to point the finger because when you point, them three come back at you. It has always, the real currency of this world in their eyes, in their mindset, has always been the people. And so even in the Bible, it says 666, which is carbon, which all of us are made of carbon, which 666 is what? The mark of the beast. But what also does it say? Is the mark of a man, not just in their eyes, the Antichrist, but the mark of all of us who they bought and sold on their trade system known as the stock market. Okay? So they must really lock you down this time by making you their own um, property. And if you didn't know, they cannot make anything natural their property. As far as they can't patent fruit, they can't patent animals because they quick to run to the patents office to patent something and claim it as their own, right? That's why we know certain chicky chicky bang bangs were patented before all of this commotion came out in 2019. It already had a patent for the chicky chicky bang bang, right? Okay, so they know that they cannot, because remember, everything is about contract. They cannot patent anything that is natural, anything that is of the Most High created. They can't do it, but they can if they change your DNA, right? Then I tell you guys, we've had a conversation many, many times before about Nebuchadnezzar's dream. Nebuchadnezzar, one of the richest men, he had the wealthiest societies, and all wealthy societies have fallen. But this time, this will be the last fall of any society. The last one. This is the last hurrah. This is the last reset, as most people call it, because a lot of people talk about the reset, and there has been several resets of the society. But this, my dears, will be the last. That's why you have to understand where you stand at this particular time, because this is the real playoff. This time, let me get my mace. Let me get my mace ready, because I ain't for the mess. Better get it together. Better get it together over there. I don't know why. You know what? I should let y'all see this one. I ain't gonna talk about nobody. Don't talk about nobody, Nicole. How you got a big ass dog? I'm gonna talk about him. How you got a big ass dog? You walking somewhere. I wish that dog will run over here. It'll get stabbed, jabbed, and sent to the lab. Okay? Let me say that one more time. Let me turn y'all around so y'all can. I turn y'all around on him. It'll get stabbed, jabbed, and sent to what? The lab. Hold on so y'all can get a look at what I'm talking about. That is. I ain't playing. I'm not. Let me see. Y'all see this?
Y'all see that lady? I can't zoom it in. Let me turn back around to the front. Y'all see that lady back there? Um, yeah. Her dog was just over here hoofing and barking and looking this way. She trying to control the doggone dog. She got a woman in a wheelchair and a big ass dog. And you know what? Stabbed, jabbed, and sent to the lab. Okay. Um, Let me get back on track. They can't patent anything that is natural, of nature, of God, of the Most High. So they got a plan, because you see they thought they had it locked down when they put you, made you have a social security number, a birth certificate. They thought they had it locked. They thought they had it in the bag, right? That's when they killed all those big investors, on the Titanic and all that, because your federal agency, known as the Federal Bureau, came in with your taxes and all that. They thought they had that all locked in. That's when they made you their property, right? So, but it didn't lock y'all in. But it made many of them rich. Now, I don't know why I keep saying rich. It made many of them wealthy. Um, but this time, they know this is the last hurrah. And it's so funny to me that I hear people talking about, get ready. I say that this is a wealth exchange that's getting ready to happen. But the way other people are talking about this wealth exchange that is getting ready to take place is not the same way that I'm talking about or referring to the wealth exchange. Okay. The reason why they thought they had it in the bag with the birth certificates and the um, the birth certificates, your social security number, and all that, when all of that was established, that was a form. Let's say that was the beta test for the mark of the beast. Mm-hmm. That was the beta test for the mark of the beast. You see, because when that was implemented, no one could buy or sell unless you could prove that you had a social security number, right? Every time you went to do something, register for anything, oh, we need you to bring the proper documentation. We need your social security number and we need your birth certificate, right? And if you got married, we need your marriage license for certain activities, right? Uh, that was a beta test for the mark of the beast. This is the real deal. This is the Super Bowl playoffs of no other, of all times, of eternity. Okay? Like I was saying, they cannot patent anything that is of nature, anything that the Most High God has created. So they started on this push in 2019 with the Chicka Chicka Bang Bang. Chicka Chicka Bang Bang, okay? To get certain people who took that Chicka Chicka Bang Bang to get their system primed and ready to be converted. You see, once your DNA has been altered, then you have been altered. Like it said in the Bible, and it gave you detail of Nebuchadnezzar and his dream that certain body parts were certain time frames. Okay, it was a body clock. Okay, and we are down in the feet right now of Nebuchadnezzar's dream of the statue of himself, and his feet were mixed with iron and clay. His feet were mixed with iron and clay. The clay, my people, my peace. What did the Most High God say He formed Adam from? The ground, the dirt. The clay is you and I, right? For we came, if you're a woman, you came from man, and man is the image of God, right? And he came from the earth, right? The clay is you and I, but that dream said iron, right? They're gonna try to mingle. Mm-mm-mm. Let me clear my throat. They're gonna try to mingle iron with clay, and that's not gonna work. And if you become mingled with iron and clay, and don't get it twisted, I'm not talking about anything forcibly done on you, like the chemtrails that they drop from the sky with heavy heavy metals in it that we get in our system, nanobots that they put in our system from all of these chemtrails and the poisonings that they've jacked up, that they've really, you know, put full throttle with, right? To poison the world, right? Okay, no, I'm not talking about anything that has been done without your consent, without your contract agreement. See, this has to have your consent. The Most High God is not going to punish you if something was forced upon you, right? He's not going to hold you accountable for that. So all of the poisoning of the lands, that's that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this next level, the push for 2030, when they want to get everybody into these so-called smart cities and these so-called safe zones. You know, we want to make you safe. When they push everybody into these doggone cities and safe zones, you're gonna get, you know, we're gonna give you money, and it's gonna be one world currency, one world. It's like socialism. You know, we're gonna pay you, but you're going to have to agree to take that mark in some form, you know, in some way, right? That is your contract agreement. That is where the clay and the iron have become mixed, and that is what we call, or what the Bible calls, the Most High, that you know, gave that word down, the mark of the beast. And they're pushing this 2030 agenda because I have told you guys before that there's a timeline. No man, even Yahweh Shai, everybody knows him. Most people know him as Jesus. Does not even know his time of his return, but he did give a timeline of his return and what would happen, things that would happen before his return. And so we see the earthquakes, we see all of these natural disasters occurring right as we speak, right? But there's something else that has to occur, and it's all of this push that is taking place. They have 7 years. I talked to you guys about the tribulation, the great tribulation that is to come, and we are just at the some people say, oh, the tribulation has already happened. When you read the Bible, blah blah blah. There's something that bothers me when people say the great tribulation has already happened, because when the great tribulation was mentioned, it said this is going to, what is to come on this earth has never seen before and will never be seen again. So it cannot have already happened, right? Because it will be never seen again. And so this is what makes me think the great tribulation hasn't yet to come. And we are on the precipice of the great tribulation that is to come. And that is your 7 year gap, because they know that they have, um, what is it? 3 years, you're going to have Jacob's trouble. And then there's 3 more years, and then there's another year. But you have to read the Bible to get all those breakdowns. I'm not a Bible scholar, but I do know what's happening, what's going on. So that is your 7 year mark, right? Um, and that is why there is a big push, because they know that that 7 years is coming up on us. Okay. So I also want to talk about, I talked about the chili chicken bang bang, right? That's getting ready to happen. The chicky chicky bang bang again. But it's not going to happen like it did in 2019. It's not going to happen like it did in 2019. They are currently getting ready to, if you're a meat eater, you know what? I'm letting my food get cold. While I'm talking to y'all, I'm going to go ahead and bust this out if I can. They are getting ready to inject your meats, the cows, all meat with the chicky chicky bang bang. That the people who did not go and run and get that chicky chicky bang bang in there, you know what I'm talking about? They didn't get everybody that they wanted to get, right? So, hold on, let me pray for this. They didn't inject everybody with the chicky chicky, but they're getting ready to. Oh, and I think I skipped a part when I was talking about you taking the mark. Once you take that mark, then you're patent, and so no, you're no longer human, and so that way they can officially own you. Okay, and that way you have truly taken the mark of the beast. I don't know if I mentioned that when I was talking, when I got off track, so I wanted to say that. But they're wanting to, you know how I talked about growing your own foods and vegetables and things of that nature, right? Well, honey, we already know they poison in everything. When I say everything I'm putting in my body, I pray over because they have poisoned everything. Everything, yes. Okay? Hold on, y'all. I gotta wait till I get home and eat that. Yeah, I gotta bust it down. They so they want to patent humans because the social security card and your birth certificate and all of that other documentation that didn't lock you down like they wanted to have you locked down. They want to own your very essence, your soul. Okay, um, so this next level is going to get you into that contractual agreement if you don't actually know what is going on. But not only that, there when I talked about growing your own foods, I always said get heirloom seeds. We already know the government has vaults of seeds. They have been collecting and storing vaults of seeds, all type of plants and fruits and vegetables that we probably have never even seen before. And they've been eating good, trust me. We ain't just started getting poisoned. We've been getting poisoned throughout our foods, right? So, but they have these big boats, and they're in. I think one is in Switzerland. They're in different areas of the world for their safekeeping. And I'm gonna have to talk quick because my battery's running low. So I always say get heirloom seed. Heirloom seeds mean the original seed, but it's hard to find heirloom seeds. And even if you find heirloom seeds, they have been tampered with in some form or fashion because they have actually the original seeds, and we have tampered with all of our stuff is poison. That's why it's not going to be just their reset. It truly it truly has to be a greater reset than what they're planning. Okay. Um, when you try to grow your gardens, you might get one yield, one good crop. Even with heirloom seeds and or hibernated seeds, they might flop altogether. And then with them dumping and poisoning the lands, they're trying to make sure that you're not able to grow your own foods, right? Even in some places, which might sweep the whole Americas, they're going to be telling you, yeah, there's laws that you can't grow your own food. You can't grow your own crops anymore, or you'll be locked up. This is a control because they know that everybody's not going to be rushing to the grocery store anymore. And after some of these system breakdowns, there won't be any grocery stores for you to rush to. Okay, so now they have a patent for the chicky chicky bang bang to go into vegetables, plants, and animals. Let me repeat that. They have a patent for the chicky chicky bang bang to go into vegetables, plants, and animals. If your food wasn't already contaminated, well, they have made a way for them to really try to lock you down without your consent through your foods, your plants, and your animals. So even if I say, oh, I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat meat, honey, they made a full they made a full 360 around our survival and our ability to survive on our own and provide for ourselves. Okay. Um, but I'm going to say this, like I said, this is a contractual agreement. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm going to have the mark of the beast if I eat one of their cows that they have developed and it has the chicky chicky bang bang in it, because now that cow is patented. Um, this is so sinister that it can only be um, the spirit of Satan and his imps at play. Okay. Uh, there won't be any way of escaping their grip unless you, and I keep saying, have a higher source, which is the Most High God. Um, a lot of people say, "Oh, nothing's gonna crack the sky. Nothing is gonna come. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You gotta save yourself." A lot of people don't have labs to counteract what is taking place in these diabolical chambers of death. Right? The average citizen in the world cannot combat somebody who has been practicing and studying us with knowledge that they have kept in the Vatican and museums around the world. And you say, save yourself. There is going to be a higher power. Okay. And so therefore I say to those people that say there's no sky daddy or there's nothing that's coming, there's something coming. Some of the Indians call it the Hopi prophecy. If you looked up in the sky, some people don't even look up. They say, oh, you're crazy, why are you looking in the sky, blah blah blah. Because the Most High said there's signs that's going to tell you what's coming. And the Hopi prophecy, the Indians and different people have the same information, but it is said in a different way. You have the blue kachina and the red kachina, which other people know as Nubiru. I can't say it. And the blue kachina is another planet. These planets are already in the sky. That's why they're chemtrailing all over the place. That's why they're trying to hide the fact that these planets are here. And you hear people say there's no sky daddy. Well, the red kachina is in the sky, and the red kachina, the destroyer, which is mentioned in the Bible, is here. And that's why they have been digging down in the ground and making their underground cities to hide. Okay, they think that they can hide from the destruction that is to come upon this planet. So something is getting ready to crack that sky very soon. And that is why they have this great push for 2030. And you need to be aware that they have a diabolical plan that they want your consciousness to take your consciousness and store it into their AI once they reemerge from after the reset. Now, and I'm going to mention the reset because if you do any history or you listen to videos like I do, you will hear about people talk about, oh, there's another reset coming, the mud floods and all these different floods. If you're studied the Bible, one of the resets is Noah. One of the resets is Noah's Ark and the Great Flood. But before it was Noah's story, it was Gilgamesh, and his story was before Noah. So they took Gilgamesh's story and changed it to Noah. But it was a reset, a cleansing of the land. And in the Bible, it says, that rainbow that's in the sky, that rainbow that got hijacked from people that are in this land. Well, that rainbow came after a great reset, that flood reset. And he put that rainbow in the sky to promise he wouldn't flood it next time. But what did he say was coming when the next reset came. Fire. That's what he said. There will not, there, I'm not, he said, oh, no, no, no. Mm-mm. I'm not going to flood the earth again. And to show you I'm a God, a most high of my word, I'm going to place a rainbow in the sky. And when you see that rainbow, that's a promise for me. But know this, it won't be water. It'll be fire next time. It'll be fire. The red kachina, Nubaru, is in the atmosphere. And that is why you're having your atmosphere changing. The poles are switching. Okay, all of the ice walls and all of these things are melting, and lands are showing, right? Because there's a great reset coming, and these people that have dug down, known as your government, who have underground cities, they have done this before. Consciousness has been stored, and you see, even if you are online anywhere and you see pictures of people and they look like they came from 1950s to, the present time, the same people but different facial features a little bit, but it look, that might be the same person, right? They're wanting your consciousness, known as patenting you, making you take the mark of the beast, taking your consciousness and going underground. When the Kachina enters the atmosphere and disrupts this atmosphere after the 7 years, after the tribulations, after there's a lot of things to come on this planet. After all that, there's going to be so much chaos, y'all. I'm not a scary movie type person, but if they made a movie depicting how the terror that is going to come on this earth, I'm talking about monsters and beasts. I'm talking about the real deal stuff that you have not seen before, that Most High said what walked in Noah's time is going to walk again, not other than giants. You see, when he said, when that doggone Euphrates River dries up and them doggone demons are released, y'all gonna stop saying, oh, it's something I can't see, because it's gonna be something you will see. Okay, so I just want to tell you guys, they want your consciousness. That's why they have Chat GPT. These are sentient, guys. This thing has a spirit, whether you want to believe it or not. Right now, I might sound crazy. Right now, you might watch me with eating popcorn, thinking I'm sitting at the park talking to you crazy, saying your computer is alive. Your devices have a spirit in it, because spirits can be housed in something. That's where possession comes into play. But see, with humans, we can exercise those spirits out of us. Right? Because we've all come into this world and been born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So we done came across some people. Some of y'all, we done had some encounters where you might have contracted a sexually transmitted demon. Yeah, you heard it. But the Most High God also gave us the authority to exercise those demons out of us, to fast and to pray. And even if the demon does not come out of you, and you know what? Let me say this. It's hard for people who say they're Christians. Maybe you say you're a Christian, or you say that you're a Israelite, or you just believe in the Most High. But some of those people, some of them want to be on such a level to say, "Oh, I'm a Christian," or "I'm an Israelite," and there is a demon. A demon can't dwell in the temple where the Most High dwells, because a demon can't enter into anyone's temple. Okay, that is a possibility. That does not mean that the Most High is not dwelling in that person. That is idiotic to even say. And I could go into to giving you more Bible scripts, but that's not my job. It's your job to look this stuff up. Okay, my job is just to tell you what I know, and for you to go and research these things. Because if he didn't, if that was the case, if the demon entered into you and the Most High took and left you, how the hell how could you get an exorcism? How can a priest or yourself, by fasting and praying, exorcise the demon out of you? Would a demon exorcise a demon out of them? Can a demon exorcise a demon? No, you still have the presence of the Holy Spirit in you. That is what gives you the ability to exorcise a demon out of you, unless the Most High has rendered you reprobate, and you can't do anything unless He wants to bring you back to fullness. And we know that happened with Nebuchadnezzar, right? Because Nebuchadnezzar got the big head. And God gave him all of this land, all of this power and wealth, and he got the big head and wanting, oh goodness, my battery's getting ready to go, wanting everything to be under him. And the Most High made him a reprobate, but the Most High God restored his spirit. But so we know only one that can restore a reprobate mind is the Most High. But to say that if a demon enters you, that you are a demon for life, that's a lie. Unless the Most High God, like I said, has made you a reprobate, you still have the spirit of the Most High in you, because you can exorcise that demon out of you by fasting and praying, by changing your life. I gotta go. I'm gonna walk to the car. My battery. We gotta go to the car, y'all. And my paper's full. Hold on for a minute. My battery's gonna go dead. Hopefully I can get to the car before. What they getting ready to have? Oh, they getting ready to do something at the park. Oh, how cute. I'm gonna miss it. They gonna do something at the park. What does that say? They got the food trucks coming in. Y'all see over there? Can y'all see? Y'all walk with me. They getting ready to do something. I don't know what they getting ready to do. They look cute. I don't know. Y'all know what they getting ready to do over here? Yeah. Something. Okay, y'all hold tight because I gotta get to the car because my battery is going to. So, what was I saying? Oh, when someone says that you can't have a demon and the Most High God or the Spirit of God inside you at the same time, God said He gave you the authority to trample down demons. And if a demon enters you, you can't trample it down without the Most High God's Spirit being in you still. Okay? But you're going to have people that want to fight that. So, because that's just a form of someone wanting to think themselves better than others. And that's the problem. That's one of our main problems here in this society. Competition. Wanting to think ourselves better than others, right? That's been our problem. That's why you've had welcome to the show. That's been our problem. People wanting to think themselves. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Let me go. We bring them to the yard, y'all. We bring them to the yard. Let me go. Right. Yes, and kick ass. Y'all, let's ride. How you come to a park on a beautiful day and sit your ass in the car, waiting for somebody to come? Unless you doing a sneaky link or something. I guess that's what they doing. That's crazy. I'm sweating already. Yeah, that's been a problem. What society as a whole, people wanting to. I'm gonna go this way. People wanting to think themselves better than others, right? That's been our problem. I'm better than him. I look better than her. I'm taller than him. I got the Holy Spirit and a demon possessed them. They no good no more. If that was the case, the Most High God would not be coming back for you. He wouldn't have sent Yahweh Shai down here to save you from your sins, to give you the guide, the blueprint. Okay? Some of y'all gonna have demons in your, at the last minute. You know how I can prove it? Hold on for a minute. Let me get in this traffic. Let me get in this traffic. You know, women, we gotta concentrate when we drive. They say. They say we gotta concentrate, which is true. Cause honey, I'll be talking and forget I'm drugged. Running my mouth. Yeah, I said I was gonna prove it, right? Some of y'all gonna have demons residing in you. You've been fighting the thorn in your side, like Paul. Was it Paul? If I said his name wrong, which said he had a thorn in his side, a demon, which are real. Okay, I don't know how to express this more to you until the end. But keep up the good fight, right? Because when Yahweh Shai was crucified, right? When he was crucified, and he was crucified in between two thieves, right? Thieves. Let's think about this. Christ was crucified between two thieves. This was like something that they did at this time in that era. That was one of the worst punishments, to crucify you in a very shameful type of execution. And to shame the Most High even more, he was hung between. They put him purposely between two thieves, and obviously it was done on purpose because it was mentioned in the Bible, right? So it's like trying to degrade him even more. Good movie. Ooh, Lord, see. To like degrade him even more as the Most High. I mean, as Yahweh Shai, as Jesus. Some of you guys know. Two thieves full of demons, because a thief. Let's break down a thief and demons. When you want things that other people have, you have not worked for them. You have not put the effort in to get these things on your own merit, with your own merit. You what is the word I'm looking for? What is it called? When you want something, covetousness is a spirit. When you covet somebody else's property, to the fact where some people will covet some people's wives, some people's property, cars. You have a lot of these gang stalkers have a spirit of covetousness, right? Some of them want what you have. And some of them may have started thinking it was funny to watch people and break contracts because them watching you, them spying on you without your permission is breaking of a contract. They don't have a contract agreement with you to spy and watch you, so they're gonna have to pay for that, right? But then they can become covenants of your lifestyle, not knowing the walk that you had to walk. That's why some people, you shouldn't want what other people want because you don't know what they've gone through. But anyway, I digress. These two thieves on the cross had the spirit of covetousness in them, which is a demon. So I'm giving you the point to where some of you guys will be saved at the very end, and you still will possess a demon, but not that you don't still have the spirit of the Most High in you. Because when Yahushua was crucified, one of the thieves on the cross said he looked, he knew. You know how they know you when you walk in a room. Although you might be wrestling with demons. You know, you can't just say, as somebody who believes, oh, I'm wrestling with demons. I'm just wrestling with them. No, they probably have inhabited you, and you are a child of the Most High, and you say that you're a child. You proclaim that you're a child of the Most High. You proclaim that you are following the ways of the Most High God, and you proclaim these things, right? But you simply flippantly out your mouth, like it's like the wind blows. I'm wrestling with demons, as if it's not a real being, which it is. You, at this particular time, you can't see it. But if you're having if it has a hold on you, that particular demon might be residing in you, not just around you. There's different forms of possession, okay? There's oppression, possession. I'm talking about demons that can house in your body. So you can't simply say, you know, I'm not masturbating anymore. You know, but you're a child of the Most High, and you proclaim these things, right? And you think that you have no demons. That's what I'm talking about. People wanting to be better than you, to say that they are a child of the Most High. They've surrendered their lives, right? But they keep falling to the same vices. They keep falling because they haven't conquered that demon that obviously is within them. Okay? So they still have the spirit of the Most High in them, and they have a demon in them. And I know that a lot of people say they're going to try to get a scripture, light and darkness can't dwell at the same time. Right? That's what they're going to say. Light and darkness can't dwell at the same time. Guys, there are the top of a verse and the bottom of a scripture. You have to read everything in context, okay? So I said you have people, females and males, that might say they're wrestling with pornography, or they're wrestling with the demon of masturbation, or they're wrestling with what else? Gluttonity. They can't stop eating. That's a demon too. That's why you have all these mukbangs. And the demon made it look fabulous on YouTube and all that, right? To get more demons than other people. So all those people are possessed and can never return to the Most High. Come on, let's think about this. See, that's the thing with how we were taught the Bible when we were in church. It was taught so differently that you think everything had to be some kind of miraculous fire sparks in the sky or something like this, but instead of it being brought down to a level that is the truth and nothing but the truth, right? You can have a demon in you because if you're still fighting those different urges that are not what the Most High God said for you to do, then you still obviously are not oppressed by that demon, because oppression is the outward. Let me pull over real quick because I can't talk to y'all like I want to talk to y'all without looking around. The demon is the outward. Oppression is the outward demon. Like these, you have your government, you have your gang stalkers, right? Pull right here. Oh no, that's sun in my pull right here to hide from the sun. I want to hide. You have your oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find a place where I can get out of the sun a little bit. You have your gang stalkers that are that's an outward oppression. That's a demon that is oppressing you, that's causing you havoc, that's always watching you, listening to you, spying on you in your home, wanting to see you in your nakedness in your home. They can look at all these stretch marks, hanging skin. They can look at all of that. At this point, I don't care, because they have broken a contract agreement. That's another sentence on them, right? I shouldn't have tried to eat that food. Hold on. That's another sentence on them. But my point is,
My point is outward possession, outward oppression. That is what that is. Something that is oppressing you outside of your body. That is an oppression of a demonic entity, right? Outward oppression. Another example is if you went into a house or a business and the demon is inhabiting that business or that house, and you're hearing bumps and noises and things of that nature, that is an outward oppression of the demon, because he's oppressing you, trying to make you scared, trying to get you to run, trying to make you in fear. So if he can get you in fear, he can invite some more of his buddies called fear over to oppress you outwardly more, because they want to get into you, right? And I'm gonna circle this back around to show you guys you gotta study for yourself, because that one scripture, light and darkness can't dwell together. Some people will only bank on certain scriptures to prove a point that they want to get across, right? Possession and is a demon enter into your vessel. Yes. What did you say? What is that? Yeah. Sex addiction. I cannot talk. Let me calm down. Let me slow down. Addiction is a demon as well. Okay. And that's why I cannot get with these holier than thou people who because I can't say it's just Christians or people in the church, because so many people are leaving the church because they're coming into the real truth. Just like a lot of the world is waking up to they've been lied to, and they're getting more revelations of the things that they have been lied to about, right? But for someone to say that, like with this comment, not saying that you're saying something, but with sex addiction is a demon. And you have at this time in our lives, because it's going to get worse. We all know things are going to get worse. You have sex trafficking, right? first, before I get into that, let me round this off. And then I'm going to finish it off with the sex trafficking. You have demons that can enter a vessel, but that vessel still can have the Most High Spirit in them. And the reason why I've given you different examples, but the reason why I know is because when the thief on the cross saw that Jesus and knew that Jesus, we know him as Yahweh Shai, was the son of the Most High, right? He looked and I don't know if he looked, but he said, "Remember me." Now, let me tell you somebody who know they in heaven, who know they know they're getting the promised land, because we're not going in the sky floating away. That's another myth. This is going to be the new heaven, and it's going to be renewed. I get hyped when I start talking about this, because I tell y'all, in 2015, I had a dream about an old world and a new world for me, okay? And that was telling me what I know today. We're not floating up in the sky to heaven, to some, no. But somebody who knows that their name is already in the book of life, let me say it like that, is that thief that was on the cross. Because when he knew, and he still housed demons, which is the demon of theft, which is the demon of what did I say earlier? Covenantness, wanting stuff that is not yours, but you go and you take it. In doing the will of a demon to take it, that because that demon, if you're doing that all your life, if you made it to the point that you're on a cross being crucified, you've been a recurring offender. So this demon has obviously housed itself in you to constantly want to covet, want to steal, and take. So this thief that's on the cross alongside of Yahweh Shai, if he was just all the way gone without the spirit of the Most High God in him, he would not have cared. He wouldn't blink twice to even concern itself, if it was just the demon housed in him, to recognize Yahweh Shai as the Son of the Most High God, to recognize he is the Son of Man that came down to wash away your sins and mine by sacrificing his life, right? So the thief on the cross that was hanging next to Yahweh Shai, that housed a demon of theft and covenantness, asked the Most High God in his final hour, "Remember me." We already know demons have no redemption. Come on now, let's think harder in this. Think about it. Don't let people just tell you anything that a demon can be in you and the Most High God Spirit is out of you. Think about this. We already know demons, the devil, his imps, they have no redemption. They cannot be redeemed. They begged and pleaded with the book of Enoch. Told you, they sent the angel up there to beg and plead for their redemption, right? But they have no redemption. That's why they're trying to drag you down and try to get you to have your mind turned into a reprobate. They have no redemption. Come on, I hope you're following me, so you won't fall into the trap of people who want to be put on a high level, this competition level of who's closer to the Most High God, because a demon and the Holy Spirit can't dwell in the same vessel, which is a lie. Because that thief on the cross, y'all know some of y'all Christians, they just celebrated Easter. Where my glasses at, y'all? Because my hair probably look crazy. They just celebrated Easter. My hair back like that. You know, the Resurrection Sunday. Some of y'all like to change the name too. That thief
who died alongside of Yahushua, said, "Remember me." Now we know demons, devils, Satan, Beelzebub, whatever his other name is, have no redemption because they already tried that with Enoch, asking and pleading for redemption. That demon did not ask the Most High, Yahushua, to remember him in heaven, because that demon been around for thousands of years. He already know his fate or her fate. But most demons are males because most males are angels, and those angels fell. Right? So that demon, that man that used to be he wasn't a man. He was an angel that fell. Already knew his fate. But he was housed in that thief that was hanging inside the cross with Yahushua. And he looked in his final hour and asked Yahushua, the thief that obviously had to still had the spirit of the Most High God in him, dwelling with the demon that had him hanging on that cross. For he was getting punished for his theft, his spirit of y'all know the word. I don't know why I keep his theft, wanting other people's things. And what did Yahushua say to that? Not the demon. What did Yahushua say to the man who had the spirit of covenantness, a demon? And that's one of a deadly sin, because that's a sin that the Most High God does not appreciate. What did Yahushua say on the cross before he died to that man who had two spirits in him? He said, "You are remembered this day." That's what he said. That he will be in heaven. You are remembered this day. That thief, already know. He's people say, you don't know who you say to you. That thief that died on the cross next to Jesus. It was two of them. One of them just gave up the ghost. He took his demon straight to the grave. That demon carried him straight to hell. He won that day. But the second thief that was on the cross, he was redeemed. Do you understand? He was redeemed because he still had the spirit of the Most High God in him to ask for forgiveness, to repent for his deeds. So when people say you can't have them both, if that was the case, if that man had only been totally possessed, which is totally given over to a reprobate mind, because that's basically what possession is. The demon has totally taken over you because you keep following and you keep giving into the whims of the demon. And you can only play with the Most High God for so long before he said, okay, go play with your demon. Go have him, demon, take over his mind. That's a total possession of your body, mind, and soul. But if you are still wrestling with sex addiction, pornos, gluttony, covetousness, there's so many forms of these entities. If you're still wrestling with that and then proclaiming that you are, a child of the Most High, and you think everybody else is down here or beneath you because light and dark can't dwell together, then everybody is no good except for you, and you must be the second coming of the Most High God, or Jesus. Because all of us have fallen short of the mark. But the Bible tells us to what? Listen to that. Y'all hear that? They mad because I'm telling y'all the truth. They mad. You see, y'all hear that noise? Campaign that just started going up. They was mad because I was telling y'all. Yes, I'm mad at it again, Sergio. What's good? If they tell you that I pray you look into that yourself, because there has to be the Spirit of the Most High God in you. Although you have been wrestling and you've fallen and you've fallen, you might be on that last fall before your mind is given over to that reprobate mind, that the Most High God can render you onto that demon, or that demon onto you, into your vessel, and just run havoc. You might be on your last fall, like that thief was on his last fall, because he was pegged to the cross, or a stake. It wasn't a cross, to a tree, just like Yahushua. He was pegged to that tree, his last fall, his last deed of dirt, his last sin of the earth, his last demonic activity. That thief that was beside Yahushua, with his demons all up and through him, still had the Spirit of the Most High, because a demon can't ask for redemption, because they're unredeemable. They knew that thousands of years ago when they begged after they made their fall. They know they're unredeemable. So that it wasn't a demon that was in that thief that asked for redemption. It was still the Spirit that gave the man the will to ask for Yahushua to remember him in heaven. So darkness and light can dwell together. It is the context of how you are studying your word and understanding it for yourself. Okay, I just had to say that because I get so sick of hearing people say that, and it makes people think because they are wrestling or having an issue with something, that they have darkness and they cannot be, and they don't have the Most High with them, or they don't have Yahushua with them. And that's simply a lie, because Yahushua gave you the tools to fight these entities, whether they be within you or out of you. There's forms of oppression and possession, and reprobate minds, which is total possession. Okay. Let me see before I go on. I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I got on that tangent, but I just had to say that. I just had to say, they love to talk about that Easter sun and everything, but they don't talk about that man. That's not. And I say all of that. That wasn't to say keep doing your dirt to the end. Keep doing your dirt, because you don't know when your end is coming. You don't know when you're gonna take your last breath. Your last breath, you might be hollering, screaming, "Oh Jesus!" But that don't mean you going to heaven, because you didn't fully repent, or you didn't even, and you just called out Jesus. Because people who say they don't even believe. Have you seen some of these they're putting on Facebook, or some of these social media platforms where people are on airplanes and the airplane is getting ready to crash? All right, we've lost atmosphere. The airplane is getting ready to go. This is recent, 2023. Planes are getting ready to go down, and people have their cell phones, so they're capturing the chaos that is inside of a plane that we have never experienced before. We know when planes have crashed, and you hear it, it's horrifying. It was 133 people on board, all lives lost. You're like, oh my gosh, they might show the wreckage, the burning wreckage, but we never hear, or we never seen the human experience of a tragedy, right? But people who say or proclaim, I don't believe, those same people are probably the ones that are screaming and yelling, Jesus, because they know it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Sometimes you hear hollering, crying. Sometimes you can hear praying. And the ones that's praying is doing the right things. I tell you what I know. I'm telling you. Love from Los Angeles. Thank you, Sergio. Thank you. You hear people that might cuss all day long, and something happened, they're scared of the living crap out of you. And what they always yell, oh, Jesus. What they always yell, tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth, shame the devil. You know it's true. So I'm not saying wait to do your dirt to the last minute and you're going to have the opportunity like the thief on the cross had. He probably did dirt all his life, stealing, robbing, cheating, but he had the opportunity. Although he wrestled with his demon of theft and covetousness, he still had that one opportunity to ask Yahweh Shai to remember him. Okay, let me see what else I want to talk to y'all about. So, and I just wanted to say, I backtrack on 2030. They patent all the foods via the Chicky Chicky Bang Bang. So, y'all look into that. And I might try to do some videos just so y'all can see it for yourself. Okay. So, you know what's coming down the pike. Oh, and this is other news. I'm going to wrap this up with other news in the world today. I was scrolling through social media and I seen Farrakhan. I'm telling you, I know these are the last days, and what the Bible says is true, because it says all will be revealed. Either it's going to be revealed in your awakening in this realm. You'll see people's deeds that they've tried to hide revealed while you are still awake. But in the Bible, it says everyone will know your dirty deeds that you have tried to hide or kept in the closet at one point or another. Either it will be in this realm or in the spiritual realm when you're judged. Okay? But all deeds will be made plain. People think they can do so much dirt and do so much harm to people and children, men and women, and think that it will never come to the light of day. And some people think, oh, it's better if somebody dies, or if I die and I've done all this dirt and I die, and they say I'll be judged in the spirit. It's the worst judgment. Let me tell you this: is to be judged in the spiritual realm, and all your deeds shown in the spiritual realm. That's the worst judgment, because see, what has happened is you have died the second death. But I won't get into that. That might be over your head right now. A lot of people think they can do stuff and die here and nobody will ever know, and think, oh, it'll be better in the spiritual realm, because really, no, the worst judgment, if you're being judged in the spiritual realm, that's the second, that is the second judgment. So it's the worst kind of revealing of your life. Okay, so Farrakhan has been all over social media, wearing the gear. Now, Farrakhan, for people who don't know Farrakhan, he is a Muslim. He is the top, I don't even know what they call them, ministers of the Muslims. I don't know what his official title is, but everybody knows Farrakhan from his history with Malcolm X. But they always said, let me get into it. Ooh, I don't know how long it is. They always said Malcolm X was affiliated with the Masons. I don't know if you heard that or not. You can do your own research on that, but it has always been rumored that Malcolm X was affiliated with the Masons. Y'all remember that pose, that famous pose Malcolm X does, like this pose right here with the finger to the temple? And I mean, he looks sharp, good. He got his glasses on, but he has his finger. It's like this. I think their finger touches the right here and right here. This right here. That's a Mason sign, right? But it was always said that Malcolm X was affiliated with the Masons. Honey, how about Farrakhan is on social media wearing the whole giddy up for the Masons. The Mason that, like I don't know what they call it. Look like an apron, and it has a Mason sign on the front. I mean, the whole gear. Everybody's just shocked. Some people aren't, right? when I seen it, I was like, I'll definitely do a video on that. Okay, so y'all look out for that video. It'll be a short video just so y'all can see what I'm saying. I'm not just bumping my gums about. Yeah, so Farrakhan is affiliated with the Masons, just like your presidents, but all of these people who are affiliated with Masons, the Masonry and all of that is crumbling. All of that is falling. Okay. When I was talking to you guys about 2030, I mentioned everything that they're trying to push and hurry up to get and finish up, like getting all of your consciousness, whoever's consciousness they can snag, and thinking that they can carry that consciousness into computers, into robots, into their underground bunkers, and so that they can reemerge after the destruction that is to come upon this earth, right? What people don't realize, I said wealthy and beyond wealthy, because these people, it's only like 4 families, and they are beyond wealthy, but they're sorry guys, I don't know what happened. And the shift is here, right? So they're trying to get all the knowledge, and everything into these systems, and everything must crumble. And it's only the wealthy, y'all. It's only going to be the haves and the have-nots, and the ones that think they have something that are going to be in these smart camps and these smart cities. Those are going to be the people who think that they have some kind of skin in the game still, okay? Who have fallen for the okie doke. Those are the people that are going to be in the camps and in those smart cities. And the wealthy are going to live in a different level. They're already at a different level, right? But you have people that still think that a planet that these families are poisoning even more is like a relationship to where, say it was an abusive man, or it could be a woman, so I don't want y'all to think I'm being biased in any way saying abusive man, but a man in a relationship with a woman, and she wants to leave that relationship, right? She has finally learned that this is an unhealthy relationship. I have truly not gotten it. This has not been even though I know you guys don't think that the earth is sentient, but it is. It lives. That's why your body has the same mineral that the earth contains: your gold, your silver, your calcium, your zinc. But anyway, and that abusive relationship has come to an end, and this abusive man realizes yeah, they probably around me right now, y'all, because the live stream keeps going in and out. But and it's clear, so I don't know why the live stream is going in and out. But that abusive man will either try to kill that woman, because you've heard of domestic violence that becomes fatal. Take them out, and that's what's happening with
because they don't want you to be able to reap any benefits of the land after they have totally raped. These people, they hear, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll just keep talking. I'm sorry if it's buffering in and out. And it's probably the entity in the phone. But anyway. Look at this. Look at this. That don't make no sense. People are trying to exodus, right? There is going to be a second exodus, but this is going to be on a spiritual level, just like it was for Egypt. Oh wait, you hear of people trying to exit, going to Venezuela, Salvador, Mexico, wherever they're trying to go. This is coming to the world. That's why they're tearing down each system slowly. So even though it looks like China and Russia are working together, the BRICS they're coming together as a new allegiance. All right, y'all. Hold on, I gotta turn the car back on. Huh?
It's like us. We woke up at different times. Hold on. It's like us. We woke up at different times. The nations might not understand that they're waking up at different times, but this is part of what Most High planned out, right? They think they're working. Yeah, they are down with the brotherhood. Yes, indeed. But this is like the Most High God who woke us up in sections or time frames these other nations think that they are, working together, China and Russia, and they're helping Africa, but they're all going to come to be in one accord, and they're all going to try to march down the Euphrates to fight the Most High when push comes to shove. But this is, if you know your scriptures, you can see this stuff just rolling out, point by point by point, and but there's no land that is not going to be touched. There's no land that's not going to come unscathed. This, you can't, well, you can try to build on a system that is falling, a system that, if you know anything, it's a wrap. And the only thing that's going to come out of this is the one and only reset. Okay, there's a new leadership that's getting ready to, the new and final. I know a lot of people, that's where they're confused. They think that this is going to be just another reset. That's why these people are running into caves. They think that this is going to be another reset, and they're going. But this is the final reset. Okay, there's not going to be any other reset as far as this land. There's going to be an everlasting. This is going to be like the everlasting reset. That's why I was saying this is the one and only game. This is the final. This is the game that you're in, and this is truly a situation where you want to be aware what side you're on and how to play. I don't want to get back into all of that because I'll go on a tangent. So yeah, Farrakhan is a Mason, or associated with the Masons. Shocker. I mean, I'm not a Muslim, but I do, he does say some very informative things, right? Messages. A lot of things are coming to the light, okay? We're in the end. A lot of people are probably going to be shown. You're probably even going to find out, because I think this is a large camp. I'm not going to say their name. It's a large camp, an Israelite camp, that is said to be affiliated with the Masons. People were saying that that they have a 501c, which is supposed to be a nonprofit organization. It's for tax purposes. But when you get this 501c, actually you're aligning yourself with the government, okay? It gets sticky because some people say, well, I'm not, this is for my business and yada, yada, yada. It's for me not to be taxed, and I'm establishing my estate, and I'm a nonprofit organization. But that's how the rich people played the game. Okay, that's how the rich people, they became a business. That's why everything got switched over, and we were the commodity. They became a business, then they became a corporation. Under their corporation, they established a state. They established their own, you can donate to their own, what do they call it? Foundations. They established foundations, right? Like those rich people, they go to galas and they say, oh, I get to the St. Jude's of, I give him back. So that's just another tax write-off, right? So their money that they make, they're bypassing getting taxed on, but they'll form their own foundation, have that money cycle in. It's washing money on the rich level, washing the money. Have that money go through the through the foundation, which the foundation is in their name and back into their trust. And then you can't sue them or touch them because their trust is handled on a different level. Okay. And most people that, this has been something that the rich, the very wealthy have been doing for millennia. And then, then the game was passed down. Do you wonder why all this game is being given to you at this late stage of our existence on this? or if you're in the poverty level. Why do you hear, why does gang, everybody has the gang book. They want to help you establish your business. They want to help you. Yeah, they're going to give you the leftover stuff. They rate everything. There's nothing here. Man, now you do you. Now you, and I'm not saying this to discourage you at all. I don't want you to think that. But you do you. But when people are giving you, oh, I got the game to establish your business. It's called something of wealth. Something, they're going and they're buying all these properties, right? They're going and buying all these properties for black homeowners, okay? And they're getting them, right? If you haven't heard lately of us, as knowing that we are Israel, right? They have the native, the Aborigine people of America who are Negro or Aborigine black people. I'm gonna wait because they keep messing with it. It wouldn't buffer this much. It wasn't even buffering at the park. But these they're starting to get their land back. And America is giving the land back to these people, the land that they have poisoned, the land that they're going underground because they know the red Kachina is in the sky. That's getting ready to help scorch this planet. Not just the bombs that they're getting ready to set off, but the fire from the sky. Okay, they're giving these lands. Why all of a sudden they trying to give these lands back to they're just handing this stuff back over. Of course, they're giving you back a filthy rags. You know how the Most High say, you don't want to have a harlot. They're giving you back the harlot that has sat on the beast. That's what they're giving back to people. They're playing the okey doke with you. But I'm not saying that you do you because together. Get yourself together. And this is spiritual. You have to understand, one thing you have to overcome is fear, and especially fear of dying, right? Because this is the experience, the vessel that we're here for the experience. But the truth is the Yeah, I've seen it. Nubaru that's in the sky is causing all of this chaos, like the flooding and along with the Most High and these plagues, and they haven't seen nothing yet. The flooding that's taking place in Florida. Florida is talking about they don't want to teach the real history of um, and now they're flooding over there, right? Um, yeah, tell us about it because I got video of the floods there too. People just, I don't know what part of Florida you're in, and I'm gonna finish talking. I don't care if you keep buffering the broadcast. I don't care. Uh, Also, I've been hearing about this thing with young women on social platforms or men age discriminated women, older women on social media platforms, right? And as if the goal is not to become older, like get on my level, make it to through my life journey, make it through your life journey. Your life journey doesn't just end at 22, 23, 30. The life journey is supposed to be was supposed to be everlasting life, but they um, as if it's a problem to become older. Like they don't want, like, do you want to die at 20, 22, 23? It's the mindset is really becoming twisted out here. And then also with there's an agenda out about black men killing black women. So there's a push to find out about these organizations because there's organizations that are actually paying. And I'm like, these men don't realize they're trying to kill themselves. That's who they're trying to kill, themselves. Um, Not realizing that that has always been an agenda. Uh, and if the repopulation they need melanin even to if they think they're going to come out of those caves in the end. They've always wanted a little bit of melanin, a little more than what they have, but they want to control the amount of melanin. They want to keep their roots. That's not the rulership they're trying to maintain. They're trying to maintain their rulership, their dominancy, their time that they were given, and the time is up. And it wasn't. It didn't include any brothers, any melanated beings. I'm looking at this car behind me. They had twisted the mindset to think or make. And so they downplay or they downgrade and you know, they're black woman, they're woman, they're the woman that was made for them. Okay? Factual.
Mm, been behind me. That's probably been the car that's causing the problem with my broadcast over there. I'm just sitting there. And the car that just drove off. So I'm about to end this really quick. But that's been the problem. Look, y'all. Would you look at here? Would you look at this? Yep, it was a car behind me. I told you they was around me. I told you they was around me. They be trying to interrupt the broadcast. They don't want the truth to get out there. Oh, shoot. To see if it's truth or not. But they truly, no, you're fine. But they truly have corrupted or influenced greatly the mind of the black man. And they know that he wants to be in rulership so bad, and they know that he's up next, right? But they have convinced him that his time is now. You look crazy. I tried to do something different to my hair. It looked crazy. You know, having him think that he is on their level. You know, get on my level. Oh. And he's falling for the okey doke once again. It's not his time yet. And so, I don't know what's the name of this organization, but they have black men talking about killing the black woman and starting over again, starting over this. How preposterous does that sound? Yeah, kill the black woman, while the majority of the elites. The folks that don't got no money, maybe a little bit of money, to kill his own woman, and but he's going to think that he's going to be in rulership with his own kingdom. He thinks he's going to be in rulership. Is preposterous to say the least. But guys, I've been on here a while, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Yeah, sounds like a hate group or a cult. I don't know if it's um, the dumbest thing is, um, if that was the fact to kill all the black women, he wouldn't even exist. 'Cause he came from a black woman, his mother. You know what I'm saying? Um, they wouldn't. Yeah, definitely a hate group. I don't know about a cult, but definitely a hate group. The men that have been so deceived to follow this group um, would think that they would be able to rule or have some kind of placement, and that all they would be movie with villains where people have an alliance. Usually, the top dog of the villain it is definitely a lot going on. Um, but it's not just only with their agenda and where they've come from and the things that they like. Homosexuality has been top on their list. I've seen so many black that send their own after us. That's a shame.
must be y'all. Are y'all lurking for me? Cause my stuff was cut off. I got 2 viewers still. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna say this. You wanted to hear my views. Did y'all see the part where I was talking about my own people? I don't know if this is a bot I'm talking to or the entity that's in the phone. We never know. We don't know if you guys are real that we're talking to anyway. But those NPCs that were in the supermarket, or they could be human, sellouts. I won't even call those people Israel. But they definitely were black folks, niggers. I was in an Asian market. It's never that many black folks in an Asian grocery store like that. Especially this black chick. Hey, sis. Hey, sis. That was behind me. That kept, trying to tag behind me. As soon as my phone went out the last time, it was low, but as soon as God, dog, that guy looked crazy. I'm going to show y'all something. Can I back up? As soon as my doggone phone went out, when she passed me, she adiosed out of there. It's always us. Those are the true, what is it, 2/3 that are going to get adios up out of here, thinking that they're doing something right. How the hell are you following, stalking, watching? And I'm not saying your own people, every one of your own nationality or nation is good, right? I'm not saying that. But that doggone slavery, 400 years, that doggone Jim Crow and segregation and all this civil rights crap did a number. I mean, it did a head job on us. And some people may not want to hear or understand how they shouldn't pay for what their relatives did in the past. But what your relatives did is called memory that's stored in your cells. And those doggone memories, some people are whack jobs. Some people, and I'm talking about mine. I mean, like I said, there's wackadoodles in every nation of people, right? But people that look like me that have been here, oh man, I don't want to go all the way around. I came down the wrong way. I'm sorry. I came down the wrong way. That look like me are from the Americas. Some of them got some head jobs. I mean, talking about they loony in the doggone head. For you to have no reasonable cause, none, to go and watch and stalk and follow. I don't care if you are the CIA, the FBI, all of them are going to be exposed too. Because this surveillance, if it's part of the government in any aspect, I gotta go in another store. If it's part of the government in any aspect of the form, in any, I mean, from military to All of that's going to be exposed, although we have to go through it and experience it. But there were systems and there were, how can I say, operational procedures that were supposedly established when investigating an individual, right? When investigating an individual, that doesn't go on for 7 doggone years without bringing the person to trial, okay? You cannot, it is illegal to be wiretapping anyone's phone for more than, I think it's 2 to 3 years without any form of going through a court system to get the proper documentation to wiretap someone. Okay? So these covert groups that may have come from military, may have come from CIA, may just be on their own, thinking they're the rebels of the world and doing something, or just getting a paycheck to go out because they just are filled with the devil and harass people. I don't know what their reasoning for their harassment and their following on their behalf is. But if it's through an established system of government, and you are following people and harassing and taping them. Oh, hey, Broken Matrix. Yes, they are operating outside of the law because I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna dig down. I can pull up the paperwork that shows to wiretap somebody, you have to have a warrant. And it has to have gone through a court. They have to have a reason for the investigation, just like when they pull you over. When they pull you over, they have to have a reasonable cause for pulling you over, right? They just can't pull you over just because. Because if they pull you over, then you have the right to stand on and ask the questions of what's going on, why you pulling me over, if you choose to do so, or you can say you're traveling if you know that aspect of the rules of the game. But I'm just saying, they're going to get exposed for who they are and what they have done to us as target individuals. And see, we like yesterday, I started to go live yesterday because the clouds, I would show y'all, but I don't feel like flipping this phone around. The mist that they have that makes these clouds, we know they make clouds, right? Was so thick, it looked like a dang on blanket across all of the sky around the town. And there was a black chopper, literally. And if it happens again, I promise you, I probably won't even put a title, but black chopper or chopper. Chopper, stop, please. Chopper, stop, chopper, stop. Style, whatever, followed me around that whole freaking day yesterday. And I believe it's because with other systems that they have, whether it be satellites in the sky, they help them track us. But something was amiss because that chopper was so low over my car. I could see the shadow from the chopper on the ground. Now, if you know you could see a shadow, you're close to the ground. That was too close to be flying over somebody's head. And that chopper flew everywhere, every move I made, that chopper followed me. I'm telling you guys, it's totally illegal. It's just illegal to have people being watched over for a certain length of time, surveillance for a certain length of time, without bringing these people into court. Because after 2 and 3 years, you should have substantial amount of evidence for whatever reason bogus. And trust me, a lot of it would be bogus. For whatever reason you have, for whatever suspicion you have against this person of a crime that they have committed. And a lot of us, we know that they try to set you up. Just like in my job, they did so much that I have so much against them. I'm waiting. That's why I started documenting my journey. You know, it wasn't to be, hey, I'm chilling, I'm fly, I'm cute. No, my documentation on here is to show you the devils and the deviancy of our government, you know, and the realness of who I am as a person. That's what my goal was and still is. And not to just be on here. All of this is getting ready to end. You think that they are saying we don't have rights to speak? We thought we had freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech. We have control of speech, and it's always been like that. It is getting so worse, so bad, or however you want to phrase it. The other, like a week ago, on one of my comments, that's why I haven't stopped, and I'm not going to stop. On one of my comments, I had somebody put on there from an organization, we are watching you. N-O-W in caps. N-O-W in caps. And because trust me, at times I can be naive because I still have empathy in my soul. Not just sympathy for people. I have empathy for people. So sometimes that my being naive can overtake my reasoning that there are demons out here amongst us. And I, in my late stages of my life, I've come to realize that while I'm here, and I was not. What the hell? We are watching you. Capital N-O-W. My ass went online to go. What the hell? New World Order. I said, really? I went and I said, okay. So I was going back to screenshot the doggone comment. The comment disappeared, y'all. The comment disappeared. And we know, as far as our comments go, that even though somebody can retract their comment, there's a way for you to still be able to see when somebody has commented on your post, even though they have taken it back. Or even if it didn't come through, or like YouTube will block comments too. And sometimes we'll never see it unless you go into your analytics and look at what was hidden from the general public, because YouTube might deem it that it wasn't appropriate. So YouTube will hide comments. But there's still a way for you to look at it. I went through all those analytics. It was gone. Let me tell you something. As much shit as I have gone through on this planet and have walked the foolish straight line that was established by organizations that have been corrupt from their conception, and for these corrupt organizations to put me through bullshit like they have put the American people and the peoples around the world, a select test group of people around the world, to go through their New World Order training, so when they get ready to put the rest of the world in maximum lockdown like we have, we are just the people that have ankle bracelets on that are invisible to the rest of society, but the people that have us under maximum security lockdown can see us at any given time and will sell our information to anybody and have allowed just deviancy to run amok and ruin lives, ruin relationships, send bots and just what I call them before, you know, background players in your life. For what? For what? For their ultimate demise. For their ultimate demise. That's why at this point, I'm done what I came here to do. And there's something else, obviously, that I meant to be here to do, because if it wasn't something for me to do here, I wouldn't be here. The Most High God will call my name. Okay? So there's something for me to do, for you still to do, and they know it. And they don't want it to come to fruition. Even if it's not just the government, whoever is it, because you can hire people to harass you and tell lies and slander against you to try to ruin who you are. But this is the kicker. This is the kicker. For somebody to put that much, whether it be an organization or individual or a hired, somebody said hired out, people can be, what was it? Hold on. For people to be hired out as a group, the Patriot Act changed all of that. 9/11 changed everything. You are so right. You hit it on the head with that one. You hit it on the head with that. I don't know, and I see your other comment. Check my email. You hit it on the head with that comment, but I don't have an email on here, so unless it's an old email you found. But before this 9/11 comment, this is where evil always has been abound, for one thing. But guys, if you study, and if you just do like me, I listen to people, I listen to documentaries, and to see how the lies have been told. I mean, it's overwhelming to realize that you put your all, whatever situation or circumstance you have gone through in your life, whether you did things and you turned your life around, whatever it is, or whether it was like me thinking I'm doing the right thing. I got so many damn I got so many doggone certificates, training, two college degrees, thinking, oh, I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm certified in event planning and wedding planning. I'm certified. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. Okay, I'm certified. I got a CDA. I'm certified in child care on a higher level through accredited facility. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. I'm certified in multiple fields, okay? Whether it be food handling, whether it be this, that, and the other. And on top of that, going to school, getting my degree, 2 degrees, okay? So not out here just wilding out. You feel me? Out here doing and planning and thinking I'm doing my part. I'm trying to be the best that I can be with the life that was given to me. And then, boom, it's all been for what? But the thing is, with all of this collapse that is coming to America, boom, everybody's going to wake up and realize this has been a charade. This has been a full-blown charade from the gate. Okay? And the people that have had ultimate control, they are losing it. And I wish I would go and get another certificate of training, because that paper ain't worth the paper that they killed the poor tree to write it on. Okay? Just like the money that you are walking around, they killed those trees to give you absolutely nothing but dead bark. And it's sad and it is pitiful for you to strip away people who actually have gone out here and contributed to a society that has been nothing but an illusion. That is the sad thing. And then you have jackasses that are that, whatever the case may be, who think that they're a militant group of folks that think that they can do the same thing because they've heard about what people have talked about gang stalking. And they've heard about these things, and so they think that they can do it. I did a video a while back talking about, will a corporation sell you? time that I did that video. I was talking about the job that I was at. Would a corporation sell you? Would a corporation rape you? Would a corporation drug you and rape you? Would a corporation drug you, rape you, and sell you? Would a corporation drug you, rape you, and sell you, and then put it on the dark web? There's a video on my timeline right today. I did not even know I was that deep. And the answer to that is yes. And I said it in my video then, and I will say it now. The corporation, not only that you work for, will do that to you, but your government will do that to you as well. And that is why they watch you, they follow you, because you are forced to be reckoned with, and you will speak it to the mountaintops and scream it. They know they have done many of people wrong. Stolen our life experience to come down here and experience. Stolen that and given us a false illusion of a life, of working, a cycle, a hustle, the ultimate hustle, to sell a person, tell that person, they sell them, put them on a stock market, they're getting money for their physical body, and this is aside from gang stalking, but they put them on a stock market aside from their physical being, on a stock market, getting money, selling and trading these people, us, and on top of that, telling these people to go out into this world, go work, and sometimes work at a minimum wage job that you can't even pay for your accommodations from the minimum wage that they're paying, but they're still getting money off your physical body on that. Then they tell you to go get that minimum wage job. So some people might go work at a minimum wage job at McDonald's, right? They go work at that minimum wage job. Then this organization, these entities, then have the nerve to tax that money out of that paycheck and get that money back to them. Off the being, the human that they sent out into this world and said, get a job. And we're only going to pay you pennies on top of that job. And then we're going to take some taxes off top of the pennies that we're going to pay you. And after we take the taxes off the pennies that we pay you, we're going to, at the end of the year, you can file to get those pennies back. But we don't want you to know that the revenue service is illegal. But we're going to, file or charge you at the end of the year, maybe give you some money back, but you might owe us some money still. And they're still, after telling you all this BS, collecting money off of you. And you're just collecting, going and prostituting all of us. Like they like to give us scenarios about the targeted individuals. Oh, that person's a drug dealer, go follow. That person's a prostitute, go follow her. That person's a child molester. Half of those lies are bogus. But they have prostituted the world. Tell you to go get a job, you go pay all your money into taxes, then at the end of the year you got to go file taxes, give them back money that they had your ass out here huffing and puffing, working for. Then tell you, if you want to go somewhere in the world, you have to get these degrees. They get people in these colleges or trades and have them pay more money to get a trade, to get a higher job, to get taxed more on these higher paying jobs, and that money goes back to them. What a hustle. What a hustle. But then you got dumbasses, dumbass gang stalkers, dumbass smaller corporations, smaller individuals, these covert operations, these covert companies, thinking that they on the same level. Yeah, they literally think that they are on the same level as the four families that's running the show. That's they about to get knocked off too. If it's not going to be knocked off by what's getting ready to go down in the crash of this world, they're going to get knocked off by the Most High. But they still think they're on the same level with their walkie-talkies, with however their communication devices. They think they're smooth. Oh, we're hiding. We get to watch whatever happens in somebody's house. I am so passionate about this because, you know, thank God if you are a being with a soul. Because you shall, you know, people say this. You have one life to live, which is a lie. That's why I'm adamant about knowing who the Most High is. Because you only should fear the man that can kill the body and the soul, or the being, the ultimate being, the Most High God. Because, see, this will transfer the soul. But this vessel can, I mean, it's already fallen. I'm 51. I feel sorry for the younger generation. I really do. I feel sorry, and I have empathy and sympathy for the younger generation that have to go through this gang stalking, that have ruined their lives. See, I didn't wake up to my gang stalking until I was still in my 40s. You see, I have lived a life, a pretend life, a life that I thought, an illusion of a life, right? So I got a chance to live this so-called illusion of a life without half of my life dealing with this harassment, right? Not this level. Let me say this level, because I've always had some form. We've always had some form of struggle in our lives. And it probably has been a part of the gang stalking, right? I feel sorry for the young people. I mean, they start young, stalking these children. Middle school, high school, 20s, 30s. These people may wake up to the fact that they understand the program and what they're going through. You see, although it was an illusion of life, I can understand how going to football games, going out, just experiencing life. But for young people who are going through this process, how evil it is to snatch away even the smallest enjoyment that somebody can get from life. And so you can turn people into you can harden up their hearts, you see, by that constant manipulation of their reality as they know it. And that's why that touched me so, because some people will never really fully understand a little glimpse of what we think was life. That's why it's going to be anarchy shortly. It's going to be anarchy shortly, because people are not going to be able to adjust that quickly. People are not going to be able to adjust that quickly to the devastation that's going to come when the financial collapse comes. So in some aspects, I am so very happy and thankful of the age that I have reached. And I'm happy and thankful that my awakening did come, the full awakening to everything that has transpired thus far at a later years in my life. Hold on.
They have their stuff. I can hear I can hear y'all through my speakers. The tap that y'all have. But like I said, it just touches me that even the babies, people are having babies
And they don't know the times that they're in. They don't know that the times that they're in, and they're bringing forth life. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad to bring forth life in this time. I am just thinking about the hardships that are getting ready to befall America. That statement that is up on the screen allowed for a lot of this to take effect in our lives. 9/11 was a key to unlock Pandora's box. It was the key to unlock Pandora's box and start to take away your rights, which brought forth this gang stalking in its fullest, right? But yet and still, there's still supposed to be operational procedures and steps before your rights can be violated. When you wake up to realize you really don't have any rights, when you wake up to realize you target individuals who know a form of your rights being trampled upon, nowhere to run to, no help to be had in sight. When the rest of the world, when America gets the shock of their life and realize that they have no rights, anarchy is going to ensue. You see, I myself can be happy without anything. I did not let the consumer society, the virus, take hold of me at a young age. I've always had a balance in my life. But the Gen Zs and the whatever else is coming, they have the full effect of being a consumer. The flashing, the drip. They have no concept of survival. It is going to be so hard for them to even adjust to think that they can't go into a store like they once were able to. Think about how your life changed from 2019 until now. Well, when they crash this economy, that change will be 10 to 20 times more severe. 9/11 opened up so many doors to be able for them to implement so many laws of lockdown. I have seen things that I want to share on here with you all, but I cannot because
Half of you guys who watch me probably are bots, entities, devils, demons. But I live around a military installation and I see what's going on. And there there are moves that have been made. There are people in place. You see, I feel emotional right now. Not sad for me, because see, I'm at peace for whatever may come. But so many people think that this is a game. And this is truly a war for your soul. There are people, I hope that you understand and are able to read between the lines, that are in place. For you see, our government has always lied to us about sleeper cells, right? They have always put that type of wording on regarding I'm trying to be careful. Terrorism. I can't. That they have, you know, warned you or informed you about sleeper cells. But it's always been somebody coming to hurt us in the precious United, well, corporation of the Americas. 9/11, an inside job, aided that very fear that they put into the hearts of the U.S. citizens. Well, the U.S. employees, because that's what you're counted as, of the corporation of the Americas. They put that fear, and they had to protect you. And there are sleeper cells here from other countries that are here to hurt the employees of the corporation of the Americas. But the devil works upside down, backwards. Chaos must ensue. The collapse will be here.
So faster than faster than you may think, guys. it's definitely going to start mid-April. More and more things are going to happen. They have convinced you of sleeper cells. Have that in your mindset, right? Of other entities outside of the corporation of the United States coming in to hurt you, citizens or employees of the corporation. Their bottom line. I tell you, they work in reverse. Maybe there are cells here. This is a maybe. Maybe there are cells here already, and I do mean already. Nine 11 gave the opportunity for martial law to be enforced by a president. The president didn't have the official right to enact martial law. After 9/11, I can't recall what president was given, or I can't recall the authority to enact martial law. Martial law can only be
Martial law can only be signed into enforced or signed into action when chaos arises, when there is something like we went through in 2019, right? But worse, when chaos arises, martial law can be enacted by a president. Guys, this is why it so many people are so freaking asleep, even you gang stalkers. Because even your police force, you gun down black people, you gun down brown people, so-called black people, so-called brown people. You've hurt people. You've turned into the gang of blue. But you don't even realize. Just like the gang stalkers don't even realize there are sleeper cells here. With the invite of the Corporation of America. Even you military soldiers. That have fought for your country. Have gotten mistreated after being used up like a hoe on the street, thrown into poverty. All of you all will be turned on. When the chaos ensues, they are going to enact martial law. Martial law is not going to be enforced by the men in blue. Martial law takes away the authority from the police. So while you are out here harassing, shooting up your own peoples, and thinking that you're above the fake law that is and that has been established. There's a plan for you. There's a plan for the military soldiers that don't get down. They're going to be put down into these groups. You see, there are sleeper cells here that have never been affiliated with this corporation. They've never worked for this corporation that we know as the Americas. They have no empathy, no sympathy for the corporation. But sometime in business, there are just some kind of transactions that take place that are takeovers, businesses that take over other businesses, put them out of business. Big businesses take over mom and pops shops. And those people that own those big businesses have they could care less for the small mom and pop companies, the towns that those mom and pop shops reside in. This is about business, right? And so they'll have their people, or people who they've hired, are giving grace to make way for a new world order. So many people hate to listen to people when someone is trying to tell you something. You think that you have this on lock. You think that you understand what's going on, and you don't. There are people here that are going to work against you because they have no affiliation with you, with your lifestyle, how your lifestyle has been. Maybe these affiliations are these people have envied the lifestyle that they thought you had. Just like some of these gang stalkers may envy the life that they think you have, or the people that don't like you, or the people they see you in a certain light, and they will gang stalk. They will come against you because they think you live a certain way. So so an organization can hire them to stalk you, to follow you, because they don't like you from whatever reason. So imagine that on a higher scale. You already see glimpses of people going into stores, just taking items, just taking things. And the collapse has not even happened yet. These movies are telling you, although whatever I drop, I'm not just dropping it just because, hey, I just feel like dropping a little something. I hope that you take heed. Because one day you're going to go to your teller machine and you won't be able to pull out the cash. I don't care how much you think you have in the account. You won't be able to get that money anymore. You're going to have to make a choice regarding this digital money. Simple as that. And the people that may be gang stalkers, the people that may think they're getting some easy, all that. They're locking down everybody. That's why the Bible said the rich and the poor will
have a choice to take the mark. But in between them locking down everybody, they must shut down. They must collapse the system. So your gang stalkers, you won't have access to your communications, your cash apps, or however your money is transferred. That's why they killed the CEO, the owner, the founder. I don't want to say founder because he didn't found anything. The creator of Cash App, to give you Fed Now. Fed Now took over Cash App, man. Y'all don't see this coming. But you think that you are going to have some type of access better than what I have because you think that you're on the power team right now. Just like the police, the men in blue, think that they're on a power team right now. They got some kind of backing. Just like people within these organizations, such as the Masons and the whatever organizations, Alpha, Beta, whatever these, they think they have a power team. That's how they moved around in corporations because they were part of some kind of sorority or fraternity. Nobody's going to be. This is truly a game of chess that has been played by the men who have ruled over this land and this money and these families. So they don't care about you being a Mason. They don't care about you being a doggone a police officer, because they know that when you realize you served the force, when you realize that you have given all, and there is no, my light keeps going out.
When you realize you served the force almost 20 years, 15 years. You done did some dirt with the men in blue. You served these congressmen and these congresswomen have done dirt to people. But if they're not on a certain level and truly affiliated with these families that have everything on lock, it's to their benefit, not to yours, not to mine, to their benefit. They know that you will turn on them. You military soldiers that are flying in choppers, spraying chemtrails. When you realize that you were the puppets that the puppeteer was manipulating, when you finally, because everybody will wake up. Everybody's going to wake up. When you wake up and realize that your life has been a game in the hands of some puppet masters, they already know that you are going to be wanting to fight against the system then. Then you are going to want to pick up arms and go fight. That's why they're trying to take your right to bear arms away, so that they can have an easier way to lock you down with the sleeper cells that they already have in America. And you don't know it. Because you're out here gang stalking people. You're out here thinking you have an alliance to somebody. You're out here, people just doing foolish stuff. Think that you have money and you have nothing. I don't care if you look at 6 figures in your account right now. You have nothing. But you think you have something. And they hope and they pray that you think on that until the end. Until when that system collapses and you lose every sense that you have in your head. Because you thought you was in on something. You thought you were on the winning team. And you are down here with us. No matter if you have millions in the bank right now. No matter if you have Bitcoin. No matter if you have all this digital currency that you can trade individually right now with the freedom of trade. They are locking that down too in the centralized banking system to where they have the access. They're the only ones that are going to have the access for you to buy Bitcoin or any of that digital money. They played it low key. Like they weren't interested in Bitcoin. Like they weren't interested in all those, I can't remember, all those different digital currencies that are out here. The government played it low key. When the collapse comes, people are going to lose their ever-loving minds. I say be secure in who you are. You are not what you drive in. You are not the clothes that you wear. You are not. And I repeat, you women, you are not the bundles of hair that go down your back. You will soon see, like the Bible said, these people of other nations will run back to their nation. Oh, the hair shops, they're going to be closing up. They can't make any money off of you black folks anymore. They're going to close up. They're going to run back to their homeland. But you're out here. The ones that are gang stalking, whether you are on a government level, on a state level, on a rogue level, on a personal agenda level of gang stalking, all of that. We are all in the same boat. Just like we have to realize, yes, black folks, African Americans, Israel, we have to realize, yes, we've had the hardest slavery that we've gone through, but we all have been slaves, and we all are currently slaves. We all are currently slaves. But some people think that they are in the big house and we are in the field. That has been a playbook that they have used since time before. But this time, it won't be the house Negro versus the field Negro. It is people, average citizens, versus people who come together to be the house Negroes, who come together in organizations to be the house Negroes. Because these people need to feel like they are above us all. Chaos is going to ensue. And those sleeper cells, and I say, mark my words, those sleeper cells, people who don't care if you thought you was the house Negro, part of those corporations, part of those government organizations, and part of the rogue organizations, and the people who just was mad or whatever, they don't care about you. They're here because they want a part of the action, which is this land as well. This corporation has let go of many people in lands called Washington, D.C. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the analogy I'm using, they sold off bits and pieces of America already. But you are so indoctrinated that you think you know, and you have a handle on what's going on, and you look at us as if we are the ones who have lost our ever-loving mind. And we have told you and tried to shout it to the mountaintops, wake up. Wake up. You're fighting the wrong people. You're watching the wrong people. You're not going to get a leg up in this game. You didn't have enough chips to bring to the table to play this game that they're playing. And I tell you this, you wouldn't want to be at that table gambling right now, because they are losing. They just don't realize it yet. They are not losing, they have lost. But they're going to play it out to the end. So I just want you to know yourself. Know yourself and who you are as a person, not what you have as a person, not the shine that you have, the abilities that you have, the abilities that you possess, the abilities that they stripped away from you, the ability to be a leader. Yeah. You see, people are gonna go crazy, slap ass crazy, hysteria. You know, have you ever seen movies where women would be just shaking and screaming and somebody stop or shake, stop? Men are gonna be like that too. They stripped away your ability to take care of yourself, and they made you. How do they say it in the hood? Ghetto fabulous. You look nice. You look good. Ghetto fabulous. America is ghetto fabulous. I heard somebody say America just has a Gucci belt wrapped around it, but has nothing. If you cannot put it into your mind to be able, whether it collapses in your 2-story home and the economy collapses and you're able to walk away, or you have a game plan of how you would survive, maybe until you may decide to take the mark. But in the meantime, you won't have access to any monies in the bank. And from what I've heard, they won't return all of those monies because they want to go to a standardized, a socialism form of governing and give you a standard, everyone, a standard amount of money, and then tax you, and then give you a time limit to spend that money. So whether you were a millionaire and your money got locked down and you weren't able to transfer your money, you still aren't a billionaire. You still are a trillionaire, because I doubt if these people are even billionaires. They probably are trillionaires and beyond with all the money they've made off the backs of all of us, and still want to rake you over the coals. Stand on who you are as a person and know what you can help and bring and offer as a people. You have to realize what you're doing. If you're a gang stalker, in the end, you will be only truly hurting yourself. because there'll be no one to call to help to give you any of your subsidies, any of your money, any of your housing that you're getting. Oh, shoot.
This car is just sitting back here. You don't see that car. You would think I have a nation, that I'm a ruler of a nation the way these people watch me. You gang stalkers, there will be no one to call when the banks shut down for your subsidies. Just like the people, if you're on housing, government housing, they are already starting to shut that program down. Food stamps, they are already starting to shut that down for a lot of people. When the system collapses, there will not be any subsidized housing. You will be thrown out on the streets. There will not be any food stamp programs. You will no longer get any cards to go get your food. Back in my day, they were food stamps. It were CBD cards or whatever. There won't be those cards anymore. They have weakened a nation with that program. And they knew exactly what they were doing. Hooking you, like a drug dealer, hooking his client on crack or whatever the drug of choice is or was at that time. It's like a drug dealer. You feel like you're getting something for nothing, but it subsidizes your living. It makes you feel good, stable. But when that drug dealer wants to bump up or change the way of the game, makes you feel unstable, takes away your supply. That's getting ready to happen for everyone who receives food stamps, housing. The city, and I'm generalizing, the corporation of America is about to be seized, just like a city, just like Jericho, if you will. You are surrounded. You are at war. You are surrounded and you are in lockdown and you don't even know it. You are in the walls of the city, at war. When you've seen castles and when you've seen cities, they had those castle walls to protect themselves from enemies, from outward to try to come in. But when there was a war, they barricaded the women, children, men in cities and soldiers. But this is the thing, and this was mentioned before, and it's getting ready to happen again. You think of famine, and you hear people say, get ready. There's a famine coming to this land. But this famine, most people think they'll have some kind of way to go get food, go get something. This famine that's coming will kill a large part of the population. This famine that is coming is going to be so severe. It is going to be like it was in biblical times when they locked themselves into the city for protection. But the other troops that were seizing the city, that surrounded the city, that would not let the people of the city escape. Well, the people in the city, us in the city that we know as the Corporation of the Americas,
those people started to cannibalize themselves. Mothers and fathers started to eat their children. When I say, if you liked horror and scary movies, we'll see, this is about to become the scariest movie, but it will be actual. It will be in living color. Families will turn on families. This famine is going to be so great that people will start to eat each other in search of food. We think America is so abundant. You hear about them poisoning the lands, but you don't even consider they want you dead. You don't even consider, because you still see McDonald's and more poison, right? You still see these fast food and everything that we, even if it says organic, is poisoned. But when that wilts away and these stores are ran through, you haven't put in your mind the fact that people would even consider cannibalizing each other. Well, they've already put a sense of that taste into your system. If you're still eating those fast food chains that I told you about, many people have spoke to you about, not only in that, there has been human DNA in different food products. Trust and believe. It's about to get ugly out here. So stand on who you know you are, not what you know you have, not what you think or want people to think you have. Build up your skill sets. Survival, I mean. If you choose to continue to not or ignore what people are telling you, that definitely will be on you. But know this, before you have the opportunity to take the mark and to enter into business as so-called usual, the fall has to happen. Those sleeper cells will awaken because martial law will be declared. They will come and gather whomever they need to gather, whomever they can gather, and put you into special accommodations. Anarchy will ensue. People will become cannibals. Families will turn on families, just like it is mentioned in the Bible. Us as targeted individuals think that the betrayal and to be betrayed is devastating as a targeted individual. But the betrayal of turning on family, hunting people down for food, turning on your family, setting up cousins, uncles, brothers as a food source. Not only just to rat them out to the government, it's going to get deeper than that. Do you understand? It has to be anarchy. You hear that word, but you don't understand it. You gang stalkers have ratted out family, betrayal. That's a different level. That's emotional level.
but to rat out your family to be slayed, killed, to kill your own family, to fill your bellies. That is what's coming, whether you want to believe it or not. I'm not going to start the car up again. I think that's my time. Just, I think that's one of the reasons why the Most High said, know thyself, know thyself.
And so that's why I'm glad. I never put my being, who I was, into what I was or what I did. What I did was brought my best to whatever I did. That's what I did in life and will continue to do. I didn't put anything that I walked in, any job I had, anything over or put that in front of who I was. You see, that's what I hope that you can understand. Be you. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna put these comments on here. Hold on. Let me go down a little bit. Oops. Well, I'm just gonna throw these up here so that I can and you can read them. I can read them later. That's right. We have no rights. I'll do that. Yep. Yep. So whoever, they said they were the New World Order was watching me. I mean, well, who's new to the list? Because I've known that government agencies, my own company watched me. My own company did so much dirt, in my person, well, not my person, my company computer. I mean, who else is watching? I mean, and then why? For what? It has to be something other. For them to watch certain people to this degree, they must be certainly scared of these individuals. And I'm talking about the organizations. I'm not talking about like rogue organizations that get hired off by people. Not that, not people who do that type of stalking and gang stalking. Talking about these higher ups. Have you seen the movie Run, Sweetheart, Run? A targeted individual movie? Shake my head. Nope. No, I don't think I did. 51. Yes, indeed. Thank you. It's all legal now. Workplace harassment. I work for a social media company. Child, what social media company you work for? They got a social media company. I tried to sue them. The media lied on me, shaking my head. You tried to sue the social media company? There's a social media, what? Facebook, Meta, YouTube. What social media company? That's interesting. TikTok? Let me stop. Oh, Eastern Stars. All of that. Eastern Stars. The thing, hold on for a minute. That's right. Oh, I forgot about WIC. You're right, and WIC. All of that. All that's getting ready to go. All of that, yeah. They've hooked these people on subsidies, and then some people they have a whole cycle, a whole family, generational, like a generational curse of being. I'm just going to say the word addicted to the handout of the government, and that's going to be a no. Ooh, wee. I used to think that. Oh. There's a lot of people who have been sold by their employer. I just told you, you've been sold by your employer. If you're real, you're not a bot writing. You know, you're in the corporation of the United States, and they're not even the United States. You're in the corporation of America. It's not even the United States. But you'd have to do your own research. So many people, they think but they'll find out sooner or later. Okay. All right, guys. So I have talked to you enough. So I am out, and much love to you all.